Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and I am a former student from UT Pines and currently a volunteer worker here for the past 4 years, and today I want to share with you my personal story regarding disease. About 7 years ago, I was in a really rough place. I was overly stressed, sleeping very little, working at a small fast food restaurant while also going to school in the evening. My classes were pretty late and I'd come home very late, sometimes almost at midnight. I was also in an unhealthy relationship at the time. This routine constantly was difficult for me, and overall my health was quite poor at the time. So my body eventually just collapsed. I experienced intense vertigo and then numbness in my lower extremities, and it continued to worsen. It was rising to my torso area until I was finally hospitalized in November 2018. I had an MRI done and I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, or MS for short. MS is a disease that affects your central nervous system, which is comprised of your brain and your spinal cord, but more specifically, it's basically an autoimmune disease in which your own immune system kind of like eats away at the protective covering of the nerves called the myelin sheath. And that is dangerous, of course. It leaves those delicate nerve fibers exposed, prone to damage, causing problems like difficulties with mobility, vision loss, pain, to name a few things. I was 23 years old at the time, and I was pretty afraid of what was happening, and I was pushed to start medication right away. However, I wasn't opposed to taking the conventional medicine. I didn't think it would be so bad. So I prayed about it, and I remember very clearly that God was impressing upon my heart not to move forward with the medication. I decided I would not take the medication and simply take care of myself using God's 8 health laws. New START, which stands for nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, fresh air, rest, and trust in God, became my doctors. I still remember writing a letter to my neurologist telling him of my decision. Never heard back from him. He probably thought I was crazy, but that's okay because I knew that God was leading me. Fast forward to today, and my journey to healing has been one of growth and continual learning. I've committed myself today in 2025 to honoring God through my daily choices and lifestyle habits, growing in knowledge and understanding of my body and how to better take care of it, all while drawing closer to Jesus has been my desire, and I can truly see God's working in my life. So this is the exciting part. A few months ago, I had a strange sensation in my right leg, and I was nervous if it was related to the MS. I was truly concerned, and I had some numbness, muscle spasms, among other things, and it frightened me. I became convinced something was not right. I spoke to a provider here on campus, and they scheduled for me to do an electromyography at a nearby diagnostic center. The results of that EMG showed the very opposite of at least what I was thinking was happening in the body. The report stated that although there is damage present in the body, there is now no evidence of ongoing axon loss pathology. Axon is a nerve fiber, but there is evidence of mature axonal remodeling or neuronal healing taking place due to something called collateral axon sprouting. Collateral axon sprouting is the reinnervation or renewing of damaged tissue occurring through the growth of uninjured nerve fibers to those damaged tissues. It's incredible. It's an amazing mechanism that God has so lovingly provided in the body, and this is what is currently taking place in my body. I am so glad I chose to heed the voice of God and obey His call to make good use of the natural remedies He's provided for me. It's worth noting too that some of the side effects of those drugs I was so willing to take 7 years ago are harmful enough to cause mental instability and even suicidal thoughts. As I continue in my pursuit of health and honoring God through my daily choices and lifestyle habits, I find that there is no greater joy and peace in simply doing what God has told us to do. The Bible says in Exodus chapter 15 and verse 26, "If you diligently heed the voice of the Lord your God and do that which is right in His sight, giving ear to His commandments and keeping all His statutes, He will put none of these diseases on you, because He is the Lord who heals you." Honestly, nothing is impossible with God. He designed our bodies to be able to heal, and when given the right conditions for healing, it's bound to take place. Not only do I feel very strong, but my overall health physically and mentally has improved drastically since 7 years ago. Healing is possible when we trust God. Trust, that's one of the 8 laws. By simply doing what He says as we believe in His promises and in His ability to do the healing work through us. We truly serve a mighty God, whose power is limitless for the one who believes and trusts wholeheartedly.